Let me know something, okay? Happy Taco Tuesday, everybody. Let me see if you can hear me. Can I get a one if you can indeed hear me? Absolutely, Cat Cookie, Steph B. How are y'all doing tonight? Hey, Venus Bell. What's going on? Religion Free. Angela Trigger. Charmaine the Black Barbie is here. What's happening, ladies? Somebody in the chat asked, was we going to talk about Cassie? But here's the deal. We did Behind the Wall on Friday, and it was rather extensive. Here's the deal, ladies. Now, that's another situation where what we told you before was true. Remember how we got dragged concerning that age gap that I said was fucking ridiculous? Oh, wow. Wow. Remember this very panel said that if he's too old and you're too young, things go haywire at some point, and it's just not a good idea to involve yourself in that sugar baby lifestyle. I'm looking at the chat to try to see if we said that. Okay, Demore says absolutely we said that goddamn shit. Ain't nobody hating on you, bitch. It always happens 150% of the time, unless the motherfucker is getting ready to die. And then, is your name on any of the paperwork when he does kick the goddamn can? I'm trying to see something. I thought we were whore shaming, slut shaming, and going against the liberation of these dumbass bitches. Keep it up, and you're going to find the fuck out. Cassie found out, didn't she? Several other women found out, didn't they? And the problem is, more bitches are going to find out. Ladies, when you got somebody that's way too fucking old for you, right? You're there for a purpose. What that purpose is, I don't fucking know. But you gonna find out. I can promise you that shit. Just wait for it. All right? And you'll have tons of tales to tell everybody that you talk to about your trauma and what he did to you. Sorry that all of that happened to her, but somebody needs to talk about it. Stop with this bullshit. There's no such thing as free lunch. There's no such thing as free lunch, I said. So therefore, if you let these bitches out here tell you about getting the bag, you gonna get a few bags, right? Two of them gonna be up under your motherfucking eye socket. That's number one, okay? Nobody's going to give you their money, whether it's hard earned or not, something for free. I don't give a fuck if you are a preference. I don't give a shit how cute you are. I don't give a shit how intellectual you are, sexy or whatever. Everything has a cost and everything has consequences. Now you keep it up and you're going to find out exactly what those consequences are. They are very individualistic as far as the results, okay? It includes the R word. It includes a lot of humiliation. But that's me being extreme again. So you keep it up with your 19-year-old ass seeking after motherfuckers with gray pubic hair, and you're going to find out what your purpose actually is. Pull up. Anyway, I wasn't here to talk about her. What's here to talk about her? I'm here to talk about why y'all hungry. You know how much I hate the smash and grabs. You know I do. But I'm seeing some other shit. Y'all stealing groceries. Y'all are stealing groceries and you're taking your ass to jail for it. Here's the deal. You better get into some money management and you better get your ass a job. Okay? If you're going to try to take shortcuts, it's going to be a problem for you. Okay? You're going to find yourself stealing meat. You're going to find yourself shoplifting. You're going to find yourself putting people's expensive watches up underneath your wig. Yes, I'm not playing. You'll see that on this show tonight. Ladies, to be honest with you, every year there's organizations, churches, whatever, that bring free turkeys for Thanksgiving. Well, you know we're having a migrant crisis. Well, you know what, black folk, they don't get up early enough for shit. Okay? They don't. They don't get up early enough to beat nobody to nothing. It's when you're saying good morning to, Blackistani residents, it's usually about 11:30. 7:30 my ass. But anyway, check it. So over there in New York, the organization was giving out turkeys. Okay? So the turkey drive started at 11. Well, by the time the Mammies got there, Maria, Consuela, right? And all them girls had already came and took them turkeys. Them turkeys was gone, right? Let's talk about it. Let's show it first.
1,000 migrants move into their neighborhood, and they've also noticed the migrants are also starting to take their stuff. Free food giveaways, especially during the holidays, have become a source of tension between longtime New Yorkers struggling to get by and newly arrived migrants who are using the system to survive.
They was first online for the turkeys this morning. If they tell you to be there at 11 o'clock, you get there like 10:30, 10:45, but they already out there. The line is from over there to over here.
People are frustrated with not having enough to eat, not having heat and hot water in their shelters or in their houses in NYCHA.
Food fight in one neighborhood in Queens between NYCHA tenants and newly arrived migrants.
Wow, tensions are growing with not enough food to go around.
Why do we have to take the butt of everything? Okay, this community here is already suffering.
The residents living in NYCHA's Queensbridge houses look forward to the mobile food pantries that show up weekly. But over the past year, they have witnessed 8,000 migrants move into their neighborhood, and they have also noticed the migrants are also starting to take their stuff.
They was first online for the turkeys this morning. If they tell you to be there at 11 o'clock, you get there like 10:30, 10:45, but they already out there. The line is from over there to over here.
Free food giveaways, especially during the holidays, have become a source of tension between longtime New Yorkers struggling to get by and newly arrived migrants who are using the system to survive. A month ago, one altercation got so heated between a resident and a migrant, someone ended up in the hospital.
We would never turn anyone away for a meal, but there simply just is not enough for both NYCHA residents and the migrant shelter residents.
Councilmember Julie Wan says she alerted the mayor to the growing tension in her community and was able to get $50,000 to increase the number of hot meals served inside NYCHAs. But she's concerned the mayor's new budget cuts will only put further stress on a community already living in scarcity.
People are going hungry right now. People are frustrated with not having enough to eat, not having heat and hot water in their shelters or in their houses in NYCHA. And people want to make sure that they just have their basic needs met, like any human would anywhere. And that's what's causing the tension.
And we're going to see what happens tomorrow. That's when the Reese family and Councilmember Wan are putting together a fall family feast equipped to serve 2,000 people. We're going to see how far the resources can stretch.
Well, Maria done came and took your men and your goddamn Thanksgiving turkey. Pull up, bitch. Listen, you're fighting for scraps. And this is what I told you 2 years ago was going to happen if you hit your fucking wagon, right, to niggas. They can't feed you. Consuela done took your motherfucking turkey. Ain't that a bear? Listen, ladies, you better get the fuck away from the Black community. Did you hear what I said? There is nothing there. Aaliyah, you got anything on this? Because I'm not done with this topic. Y'all hungry. Remember with my extreme ass.
Yeah, I do, but I'm gonna go ahead because see, it's a couple things going on here that I could speak on, but I'm gonna let somebody else go.
What's up, Snapple?
Hello, happy Tuesday.
Yes, ma'am.
Every time this topic comes up, I feel very repetitive because I said the same thing, but first of all, it's the entitlement for me. Get a job. The places are hiring. You don't have to be living like this. But then two, as far as complaining about the migrants, the lefties, they rallied for them to be here, and they called everybody racist that tried to keep them out. So deal with it.
Ladies, you better had purged your way of thinking that you were taught when you grew up. You were taught that to go ahead and vote left. Why? Because it came with entitlement programs. But you don't understand. It comes with a lot more than that. I told you, say hello to your replacements, okay? Greet them. You better get in good with Pedro, because Pedro and them getting ready to open up some goddamn food trucks. They're getting ready to open up some stores, some lavanderias, some carnicerias. Oh, he's going to be zaddy soon. So if you don't want to get consumed by that community, what you had better do is divest your ass off. What's going on, Ebony? How are you?
Hello. Hi, ladies.
Hey.
I don't understand the Black people. Okay, hear me out. I can understand using, the entitlement programs and things for when you hit hard knocks. Okay, I get that.
Ebony, you got to echo. And number two, they live in hard knocks.
But they never want to get out?
Fuck them. You got to echo though, boo.
Okay, I'll go out.
Okay, see you when you get back. She said, use it when time comes, when you need it. But it occurs to me that y'all always need it. You're always at the bottom. And you want to know why? Because you won't stop fucking Tyrone. That's why. He has nothing to offer you. So you're always in need of some help. Always in need of some help. Ladies, GoFundMe was one of the best things that ever happened to some of these bitches. And here's the deal. Going on later in the show, I'm going to tell you why a lot of these whores aren't meeting their goal anymore. You won't control your kids. But I'm jumping ahead of myself. All right. Kyra, you got anything on this?
Hey, DC. Hey, ladies. Do I sound okay?
You sound like you're in an empty room, but we can hear you.
Okay. So, like you said, DZ, why don't these Black women turn to these black male run churches, the NAACP, the Urban League, and whatnot, and these, Divine Nine, those fraternities? Why don't they turn to the Tyrones and the Toon Days for assistance?
Because they don't have anything to give. They absolutely have nothing. Ladies, they've never had anything. And you know what? I'm not going to beg you to do better. I'm not. I'm going to give you the information and then I'm going to let the chips fall where they may. Because at this point, it's like, y'all, when I pull my slides up, you will not believe how many bitches in the past month have been arrested simply trying to eat. Okay? And here's the ticket. It's going to get worse. Did you hear what I said? It's going to get a lot worse. I don't know what y'all got used to during the C-19 situation, but you better get over it, right? There's not a lot of work from home jobs. There's not, it's a lot of that shit that spoiled you. You had better get up or you and get a job or you're going to be hungry. That's it. That's the fuck all. Aaliyah, you ready?
I mean, the thing is, and you kind of touched on it where I was going with it, but this is something else we've talked about for many years while we've been here. Um, I love it how they feel like they're supposed to live in a country where nobody works unless they feel like it. Okay, that's the general consensus now. I'm seeing all over TikTok, these conversations happening.
Mm-hmm.
And so all everyone is supposed to do is sleep, vacation, party, and enjoy their lives. Meanwhile, somebody has to be the one to flip burgers, cook fries, and I guess clean up after y'all. And then you have the nerve to complain about these migrants coming into the country, working jobs and taking resources that y'all so arrogantly admit to not even wanting in the first place. Because people have talked much shit all over social media, which I think social media is partly responsible for this because everyone just wants to try to circumvent hard work responsibility and accountability. And this is why this country and the black community looks the way it does. And y'all are sitting up thinking that y'all are supposed to go off and build this utopian community when y'all don't even want to work basic jobs now because you think you're too good to do manual labor. And then y'all are sitting up lying like that's not what you're asking for. But y'all must think that y'all are the only ones with the internet who can see and hear the shit that y'all have been saying all over social media now. And then you got all these B-list celebrities at best calling people who still work 9 to 5 stupid. I mean, so
Mm-hmm.
I literally heard somebody say that shit the other day, and my mouth just hit the floor because I'm like, what type of shit is that to say? Just because people choose to work traditional jobs while others do all of the complaining, we understand, we really understand how a society is supposed to function, and not everybody can sit up running their mouths on social media all day. Not everybody's going to get $1 million an hour for basic jobs with no degrees, and way too many people, you know, way too many people are not trying to revamp the system. They're trying to get away with doing the least amount of work as possible. And all y'all do is complain while you contribute nothing. You want someone else to do all the work. They're constantly complaining about the healthcare system in this country. But my job is the reason that I have all of my healthcare and dental insurance. And most people can't afford these premiums for coverage without their jobs. And then y'all complain about personal time off. But if you work, you should have already banked the hours. Like I have FMLA, vacation, sick, bereavement hours banked, floating holidays, things like that. And what it is that nobody wants to take the time to get degrees or skills that it takes to get the better jobs. So you think that because you wash dishes or sack groceries that you're supposed to be making $100,000 a year, and it doesn't really work that way. And all of this is a microcosm of what you're seeing happening right now. Because see, the point is you have to work to earn these things, and that way you don't have to rely on shit like this. There is no way I would place whether or not I'm gonna have Thanksgiving turkey on some free shit like
Thank
this because it's
you.
not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. So why would you, trust this and let this be your only way to serve dinner, and then think that people are supposed to take pity on you? And this is the community that has talked the most shit about the government and
Mm-hmm.
everybody else, but you always first in line for shit like this. But you always have something negative to say about the way the fucking country is run. And I just don't understand what type of benefits people like these are expecting to get only working 3 or 4 days out of the 5-day work week. And what happens if everybody took the same attitude that a lot of y'all have? Because nobody would be in any of these locations they love bragging about going to serve a wait on them. And I don't think they think about that. You have the nerve to be complaining about the service in these restaurants now when nobody has acknowledged that the service and hospitality industry was hit hard by COVID. And then even after COVID, nobody,
C19.
no, I'm sorry, C19. Nobody wanted to return to work because they got comfortable being at home. And that's what really this is about. But if you think it's bad right now, imagine what things will be like when nobody goes to work at all. Because
Period.
everybody feels like they're only supposed to have to work 3 or 4 days a week. So I guess everybody will create their own schedule and just work when they want to. So if you don't want to work a weekend when it's your turn to rotate, if that's the schedule, you can just tell your boss you ain't coming because you need the time off and you need to enjoy your life. And I'm telling you, these people think that you should just be able to do whatever you want to do and then tell upper level management what you are and are not going to do, and that when you are and are not coming to work, and then y'all had a nerve to complain about AI replacing y'all. But
That
again, this
part,
is what's
please.
happening. All of this shit is a part of the same shit. That's why I say
Lady,
people better pull their heads out of their asses.
she brought up AI. I want y'all to know that Amazon purchased, and I told them in Discord, 750,000 robots. Keep it up, and they won't need you. And on top of that, after you get replaced, the budgets are going to be cut. Okay, so there will be no obesity problem in the Black community after a while because, bitch, there's nothing to eat. Ladies, you better divest from these bitches that's still on that old school bullshit about race, right? Police brutality, that type of bullshit. What it takes to keep a man. I see bitches all over TikTok making meal after meal after meal, serving that shit to a nigga that's playing on Xbox. Pull up. Are you serious right now? I can't do it.
And DZ,
Yes, ma'am.
like that's the thing that I'm a little puzzled about. They get food stamps. They able to buy the food for their kangs, but why they even in line for the turkey anyway if they getting food snaps? Because they selling them, because they doing all kind of fuck shit with them. It's just a whole, they're just lazy, entitled scam artists.
Not only that, here's the deal. Go ahead, Ebony, because you off mute and you still got that echo. Okay, she put herself back on mute. There's never enough free shit. You can give a mammy ass bitch a mansion and 3 Bentleys, right? She's still gonna have her fucking hand out. With a group of people like the Blackistan community, there is no satisfying them. No matter what you do, you can cut back on police. You can over police. You can stuff is too. You making this too cheap. You devaluing our shit. But then when you raise the prices, it's too fucking high. They complain about inflation. I suggest you stop trying to, please a group of people that can't be pleased. It's a fool's errand, and I think people should knock it the fuck off. Back to what Aaliyah was saying about the 5-day work week. I know exactly what will remedy that. It'll never happen. I think it will never happen. But hospitals, police, first responders, all that shit, they need to start working like these bitches say they want to work. So you only want to work 3 days a week. The hospital should be only open 3 days a week. Pull up. No, those nurses and doctors and CNAs and whoever the fuck else, they're human beings too. So they have to work 24/7. They're going to be open all goddamn night during Thanksgiving and Christmas. But you need to be home, mammy. I don't fucking think so.
Just imagine if everybody who works actual jobs took the same attitude that these people have. Nothing would ever get done, because the same way you feel like you're supposed to go off and enjoy your life, or you're supposed to have your weekends all to yourself, or whatever it is that you think you're supposed to have, while us regular people, us mere mortals that are so beneath y'all work. Just imagine if we all took the same attitude, what really the fuck would get done in this country by anybody whatsoever.
Thank you. And all of y'all got sons with asthma. You got sons that's allergic to this shit, and he got that, and he need to see a doctor for this, and they supposed to be on call for your mammy non-working ass 24/7. I think they should do a test run. Close the ER. Close all these fucking emergency rooms.
Yeah.
No, we need time to our fucking self, just like you do, bitch. Anyway, let me scroll on down.
DZ,
Yes,
I would
ma'am.
also add this is why we've talked about with
You still
my
there?
apologies. I think I'm gonna have to go out and come back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You just got a severe
Let me
echo.
go out and come
Okay.
back in.
So, ladies, you're hungry out here. Why are there so many readily available mugshots of you stealing out of grocery stores, stealing people's wallets out of grocery stores, stealing, I mean, just all over the place. All of these mugshots are a month or less old. Okay. I don't know if y'all know what Wise is. It's like a, big chain store or whatever. And ladies, they're not stealing just items. They're stealing cash and food. So what does a hungry person do? Steal cash and food. Okay? Y'all already know how irritated I get by the smash and grabs. These bitches is smashing and grabbing dinner right now because they didn't listen to reason, right? Now they're hungry. Ladies, if you have somebody in your life that you already know is on some bum bitch shit, you better start moonwalking backwards first, okay? Before she hits you up for some cash. Or you better get your word no all the way together. Learn how to say no to people. I advise don't deal with them because, they're going to do some crazy shit like this. And especially if you go to the store with them, if one person is shoplifting, the people that came in together, they are both shoplifters by default. Pull all the way up, all right? I just can't with this nonsense. It is like, girl,
DZ,
yes, ma'am.
can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
I have never understood the black community. I've never, and I never will. Future planning was never in the plan, or there's never a plan. You just have a bunch of kids and you just hope Uncle Sam that you're basically downing all the time is going to take care of you and those kids and the dude that you have. So I'm trying to wonder here, there was never a lie with Divested Zealot. She never told you anything that didn't make sense and that was untrue. So I'm sorry. All you got to do is look in the mirror when you look for somebody to blame, because your blame game is running all the way out, because basically the migrants are happy for anything they can get. Okay?
It's crazy. I'm telling y'all, if you didn't listen back in 2021, you had better listen now and listen very well. Ladies, it's going to get worse. Do you hear me? It would literally have to be some sort of miracle, political miracle for this current situation right now not to get worse. Let me tell you this. With the holidays right around the corner, we 2 days from Thanksgiving. You're gonna have black women either stealing or overspending on shit that they have no business spending on to flex. You know how they do the plate challenge every year and all the shit here. Okay, so we short on November, gotta pay December's rent. Now we in December. We done paid the rent, ain't shit left. Okay, ain't shit left. But she's still a mammy ass bitch. So she's going to buy Tyrone a Christmas gift. She's gonna spend out on her bastards, okay? Money that she doesn't have. Here's the kicker. She doesn't have rent money for January. That's when y'all gonna start getting these fucking phone calls from these shit log sucking ass whores about how, they need some help. Meanwhile, her 10-year-old has a PlayStation 5. Okay. This is also the deal. When people get financially strapped, they get a little bit short fused. Y'all are getting ready to see domestic violence skyrocket in the black community. You're also going to see black femicide uptick until around, I want to say February. You just sit up and watch. It's already started. I have a story for you tonight that none of these bitches are covering, but they like mass pew-pewings when white boys do it. This was all you, ladies. All of these women that took the hit looked exactly like you. And ladies, this has happened several times. Now that we're hitting the holidays, you had better get the fuck smart. I don't know what y'all doing on Thursday. I have no idea. But if you plan on being around people that's living check to check, a little stressed out, kind of on edge, kind of got a little bit of anxiety, good luck to you. Good luck to you. They're going to make nice if they're getting ready to have some financial issues because they're getting ready to hit you up. I'm just keeping it real with you. All right. So check it over here. Let me go ahead and pull this up because, ladies, I'm going to tell y'all again, they're hungry as fuck. I would be lying to y'all if I told y'all I'm not enjoying this shit because everything that we went through while this shit was being told that it was coming around the corner and all the shit that we was called, I can't help but enjoy it. I'm fucking human. Okay, let's go.
Queensbridge housing resident Tammy Waters enjoys a Thanksgiving meal inside the Jacob Reed's neighborhood settlement Saturday.
Be thankful, because I'm very thankful.
The meal is a treat and a precious commodity in the Long Island City community, where 6,000 NYCHA residents and 8,000 migrants are competing for free hot meals.
Everybody looks out for one another. That's what I love. I don't know about them immigrants too much. I don't know.
It's a tension that goes both ways. Mercedes, a Nicaraguan mother who with her husband brought their 6 young children to the country 4 months ago, says she's aware some people in the community are more supportive than others, but they're hungry. Councilmember Julie Wan says she's had to step in after a fight between members of the two groups at a food pantry got out of hand, sending one person to the hospital.
Right here, you have the largest population of public housing in a single unit in the whole country, where people are living 200% below the poverty line.
Wan organized the Thanksgiving meal giveaway. She says the bulk of her city council office's funding goes toward food insecurity remedies. The food assistance stretching to feed 2 large groups who can't work: the senior citizens living inside the Queensbridge housing, and now the thousands of migrants without legal documentation.
So we're going to continue to do our best, but it's never enough.
Councilmember Wan wants to change out the food vendors that serve at the shelter. She wants to put in vendors that will serve hot, delicious meals, and maybe that will get the migrants to prefer to eat there instead of here, and that could help ease the tension. In Long Island City, Ashley Rodriguez, Fox 5 News.
Can I say something mean? What do you mean prefer? When you're not buying the food, you don't get to prefer shit. That's why I get confused as to why on earth y'all talk about these black men's preferences. They haven't built anything. They don't own, control nothing. They don't protect you, nor do they solve any problems. Prefer what? You prefer what for dinner? With your, I can hear your pockets echoing from back here. No, you get whatever the fuck is left that people aren't trying to. Look, I can't, y'all. All of this coddling has got to stop. This is why, yes, ma'am.
What's going to happen when those migrants get their green card?
Oh, they're going to go ahead and take those jobs that black people were
there
too good,
you go.
That they
there
were
you
too
go.
good for,
Boom.
and they're going to go ahead and put you out your communities. College Park, anybody? Is anybody familiar with Atlanta? Well, many of them, they over there, they building in College Park, okay? That city that y'all heard through all of your rap songs from all of your Atlanta rappers, that part. Yeah, many of them, they secretly building some shit. So I'm gonna tell you something. Fuck around and find out if you want to.
I mean, we've been talking about the landscape changing for a while. They just haven't been paying attention because they were pardoning bullshit. I mean, how many years have we said this? We pay attention to what's going on around you. The landscape is changing. These people are coming in here, and why shouldn't they bring them in here? People that are actually gonna come in who want to work, who want to build, who want to be, who are productive members of society, who actually want to do something besides act a damn fool, shoot up everything, shake your ass 24/7, party and bullshit, and just do absolutely nothing like a lot of black folks have been doing. But you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna call us liars and pretend like they haven't been doing exactly everything that we've been saying. Again, we're the most extreme, and that's not true. But I guess, like I said, they think everybody is deaf and blind, and nobody has social media to see all the shit y'all been sitting up saying and all the shit y'all to set up and talk. And then when shit, when push comes to shove, you're out here with your hands out. I don't understand that. That doesn't look very self-sufficient to me. But y'all keep shitting all over white folks and you shitting all over everybody. But like I said, the first to have your hand out. I'm not getting that.
Look, y'all, keep y'all money to yourself. Listen, ladies, you divested ladies that are listening to me, keep your money to yourself. I want you to know that they had ample time to plan for this time. Really, they did. Okay, they done called you everything up under the fucking sun. What they can't call you is hungry. What they can't call you is at a food pantry. What they can't call you is hitched to Tyrone. They can't call you a lot of shit. Listen, since I need those receipts to come back up where we was talking about this shit 2 years ago when everything was okay and you was getting stimulus checks and all that shit there. And it's like, ha, stop all that fucking spending. You're gonna make inflation happen. And that's exactly what happened. A ton of shopping went down. And then guess what? Supply dwindled. And that's what causes inflation. Do you not listen in economics? Did you go to college? Because that's what causes inflation, in case you didn't know. When supply dwindles because of overspending, that's when eggs start costing $8 for 6 of them hoes. Go ahead, Kyra. 6 motherfucking eggs for $8. Pull up. Omelet where?
So I just want to reiterate something that I've said on this panel, and you said, and other ladies up here have said, stop bankrolling mammies, and I extended to other groups of women, but we're talking about Black women. Stop bankrolling them, the ones that want to lay up with Tyrone and keep popping out his babies. Knock it the fuck off. Why should you care more about how Keisha eats than the motherfucker who's all up in her coochie every night?
That part. So I don't know if they caught this bitch yet, but this is a very good smiling ass picture of this whore. I'm sure they're going to get her as well. All right. She took 2 bins and filled them up with, items and groceries and shit, and then walked clean out with the goddamn bins. All right. Look. She looks upset. You seem easily upset, ma'am. No, y'all not. Snatching the glue back, snatching your own edges out, taking folks' expensive watch and hiding it in that wig. I'm not reading that correctly, clearly. All right. No, you are not. Y'all can see where she lifted the wig up. Y'all don't see the left side of her head? Oh, she lifted that wig up. Problem is, there's cameras everywhere, ladies. You can't do this type of shit. This is not 1986, ma'ams. Okay. Then you got to pawn or sell that watch to somebody. Now you're going to get caught. Okay. Y'all got to knock this shit off. Let these mammies have their lane. Let them do what they do. Do not get involved with it. I'm going to say something else controversial. Stop feeling sorry for their children as well. Did you hear what I said? You don't have to feel any guilt. Those are their babies. They sit up while they're already on entitlement and get pregnant again. It is not your responsibility to feed children that they couldn't afford. Okay. You already paying for it. Why? Because if you are a tax-paying citizen such as myself, you are already paying for dinner. Go ahead, Kyra.
And I was just gonna say, and hey, again, they keep popping out baby after baby, and then they keep laying up with these Tyrones that they know. They At this point, we all know what Tyrone is. We know what cicadas do. We know that they abandon their children if they are even in their life from the get-go. For these Black women to keep laying up with them and popping out babies, they know what the tea is. So, like DZ said, stop helping them. Again, why should you care more about her baby than she does? And the thing is, you know how it's like, apparently, it takes a village when, they need money for their child. But, when you try to tell little Daquan to sit down, then don't talk to my child like that. So, okay, that's your child.
Baby Kyra, we are getting to that. It's becoming easier and easier for everybody that's out here in society to not feel sorry for your hungry children. Why? Because when you do have a couple of dollars in your pocket, you get real nasty with the people that are taking care of your children during the day. Teachers, daycare workers. I can't play that up here, but y'all going in the daycare center swinging on motherfuckers. Ladies, look at this shit. Box braids again. Woman accused of stealing thousands of dollars in meat from Temple HEB arrested. Huh? What? The smash and grabs used to be what? Nike sweatshirts, tennis shoes, jewelry, that type of stuff. Ladies, they're hungry. Okay? That's what the fuck that is. Pull up on me. Anybody got anything before I redirect this conversation from these hungry ass whores?
I want to say one thing. I grew up depending on the government to eat. And it's not because we were poor, because we couldn't help it. My mother invested in a Tyrone who only gave her 5 babies and several concussions. Okay?
Ebony, Ebony, you are telling a story of several women in that chat right now.
Yes.
You hear me? That story is so common. It's astronomically high. That line that you just put out there, there are so many women in that chat right now that got that same shit.
But it changed, see. It changed because I decided on my own, and it was hard to do something else.
Hmm.
I decided to do something else. Oh, hell, got to go to school, got to go to another school, got to do some training, got to do more school, da da da. And so I decided that I wanted more for my children.
I hope you're not holding your breath for these nigga bitches to do what you did. I hope that's not the case because you're gonna asphyxiate yourself, ma'am.
No, I'll die. I'll die by about 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay, yeah, because I'm getting ready to tell you that requires getting up off your ass and putting yourself first, right? And sacrificing that night at the club, sacrificing that $500 bag, whether it's stealing it or buying it. It's some sacrifices included when you're trying to better yourself. But hey, it's not a sacrifice for anyone else. It's a sacrifice for you, huh? Go ahead, Snapple.
Hey, can you hear me good?
Yes.
Okay, you took the word nigga bitch right out of my mouth because I was gonna say it's the nigga bitch activities for me. All this stealing, this thievery, this theft. It's just so dusty and ghetto. But this line of mugshots really had me thinking about these microaggressions that a lot of the mammies be crying about. And it's like, look at what the fuck y'all are doing out here. I don't want to hear a motherfucking thing about a goddamn microaggression when Keisha and them down there with them. Girl, why she got the 2 braids trying to cover the 6 head? I mean, girl, just anyway. Yeah, it's just like, look what y'all doing. Y'all out here acting like the males. So it's like, don't get offended when somebody clutches their fucking bag when they see you coming, because we don't know what y'all gonna do.
Look, y'all, put a 1 in the chat. Listen, they follow y'all around stores because of shit like this. Put a 1 in the chat if you are still offended by somebody working at the store following you around. If you still offended, because I'm gonna tell you something. This is what bitches that look like you are doing. I don't want to hear about Becky. Becky and her people own the shit. All right, they own the shit, so she gonna get away with a little bit more. But you and your people, hey, I'm looking. All right, y'all. Hey, Miss Blizzy. Hey, Nick's Al. Yeah, get over it. Long as you ain't taking nothing, you good. But you got to know you being followed around because the bitches like what you see on this screen and what the fuck they do.
I guess, I mean, now it's time for us to call to the carpet all these unicorns, which is what Kyra was saying a few minutes ago. Like,
Mhm.
where is all of these so-called good black men and protectors and providers and all this shit that they got? I'm trying to figure out why can't they prove their worth ever and come together and pull their resources to see how they can feed their own women and children. But again, it's the evil white man that's the problem. And they don't see the problem in none of that bullshit that they can't count on them for anything. They can't go to them collectively for anything. Like Howard was saying, what about all these organizations, all of these churches? The churches bring in billions of dollars a year.
Sure do.
They cannot give you anything
Tax
worth
free.
anything. I mean, it's ridiculous. But again, we're the extreme ones for pointing out this bullshit and this fuckery. Kiss my ass. How about
DZ,
that?
I mean, sorry, Aaliyah, don't forget about all those Greek unicorn black men that step and all that shit. You mean after all these years of these are supposed to be the elite black males, they haven't built one damn grocery store chain?
Okay,
I've
they
never
not
met a black man who was a lead in anything, but okay.
elite in gooch grease. Elite in gooch grease.
What's
Now,
gooch grease?
that's that nasty ass shit that builds up between their balls and their asshole.
Oh, okay.
That,
Okay, I don't.
Is that?
Okay.
Oh, I thought. Oh, that's what that is. I thought you were referencing smegma. My bad. Those are two different areas. Okay.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They real nasty. And these bitches sucking it and licking it. Eat niggas' ass. Oh, are we?
I can't with you.
Are y'all still in groceries? Y'all still in groceries? Listen, y'all need to check up under these wigs too. Whoever working security, it's probably a pack of ramen noodles or some Lowry seasoning up the goddamn wig to check the back. Check the back there where the braids in, right? That part. Because I'm tired of paying extra money for y'all walking about these grocery stores and not scanning everything. I think they call it skip scanning.
Not the Lowry season salt.
Lowry seasoned salt around this bitch. You know that's a mainstay in everybody's goddamn cabinet in Blackistan. That's a national seasoning. Pull
You're
up.
so mean.
Shit. Fuck it. All right, y'all. Enough of the mug shots. Now, this goes into what we just talked about with these bitches stealing and carrying on because they're hungry. All right. So you're hungry and you made a GoFundMe. Okay. Check it. Check me out now. When your kids go to school and the teacher calls and says, "Hey, ma'am, Keisha, check it. I asked Taekwondarius to sit down 4 times, and he just will not listen." Then she goes off on you. Okay. He running around. I can't make him sit down either. He's just active. He real curious. He's rambunctious, all this shit here. But when you make that video on TikTok or for GoFundMe, Taekwondarius is sitting down and he has a pleasant look on his face. You were able to control him for your 1 minute TikTok to beg for money. He's sitting there being very quiet, playing with a Tonka truck. But when it's time for the teacher to tell him to sit down, there's a problem. Okay? Ladies, the teachers are getting the fuck on out of here. We have schools here in Georgia, right, that don't have a teacher in certain classrooms. They all go into a room with nothing but computers, and their teacher is in Iowa teaching them on distance learning type shit. Kind of like FaceTime, okay? They're getting the fuck on out of here. So I was sent that viral video from TikTok where that beautiful, I mean, gorgeous 22-year-old girl who's a ballerina instructor, right? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Looking in the chat. She's telling y'all what she goes through with these mammy ass bitches. Now I'm only gonna play a couple minutes of it because the whole thing is 9 minutes long, and I'll put the link in the chat or whatever after the live stream because it's 9 minutes. The fact that she, fuck it, I'll let her say it. I'll let her say it. This is why it's getting easy to not donate to you. Let's go.
I'm calling out all the parents. If you're a parent and your child is in pre-K to elementary school to high school, I'm calling you out. The children today, I have never experienced, and I'm 22. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I teach 5-year-olds ballet. 5-year-old girls ballet. I have a class of 10 students. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up. They're throwing things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates. You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You confront the parent. The parent tries to argue with you and fuss at you because you tried to reprimand and redirect their kid. I told a young little girl, please sit in your spot. You're not my mom. You don't tell me what to do. Okay. When her mom came to pick her up, I said, hey, your daughter's having a hard time following instructions. And 7 times today, I've had to redirect her to just sit in her spot. Well, clearly she didn't want to sit. And mind you, this is a mom. Clearly she didn't want to fucking sit right there. So, I mean, if she telling you she don't want to do something, why keep asking her to do it? You know she's not going to do it. What world do we live in? Like, what in you guys' brain as a parent says, my kid not following any directions is a great thing. It's not that serious. And y'all don't have a right to tell her what to do. It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And another thing that's heart-wrenching is horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town and Keeyids. Your daughters, your 5-year-old daughters are asking, can we hear Pound Town? I'm playing them Princess Tiana ballet music. And they are asking me, can we hear Pound? I don't know what to.
Yeah, that part. Ladies, she's only 22 years old. She's already burnt out. Do you understand? In my nursing career, it took me 20 years to get burnt out. She's fresh in the profession, and she's burnt the fuck out because your daughters are acting a fool. Ladies, listen. A lot of y'all like to ask, where are the parents? Well, the parents are there. They're just not parenting. When y'all see these little motherfucking Tyrones running around here with the guns and shooting everybody and acting a fool, the first thing a lot of people ask, where's the parents? They're there. At least the mother is, but she's a whole mammy ass bitch. So what the fuck? Listen, that whole community is fucked. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. Because of shit like that, that's why it's easy for me not to give a fuck when you're hungry. Don't come with the puppy eyes when you're hungry. When I asked you to please instill some morals into your daughter, please mind your motherfucking business. So guess what, bitch? I'm getting ready to mind all my business. I don't give a shit if you and that baby starve. Pull up. Aaliyah, what you got?
Oh, I have a lot because I saw the whole TikTok video and I feel bad for her. I just said, poor baby, because she is just like I was. I remember she really wants to help and she thought she could do some good because when I first graduated, I thought I was going to change the world. I
Me
had
too.
the same mindset. And then you see the harsh reality of just how fucked up a lot of black folks are, and it's not just the men. See, had she been listening to us, she could have heeded the warnings because these bitches don't parent at all. Their daughters are acting just like them. Y'all thought I was being hyperbolic when I said that these girls are being raised. They are not being raised by black women anymore, so they don't have anything to look up to. When we were growing up, and I know a lot of y'all can relate, that little girls wanted to be doctors, they wanted to be lawyers, they wanted to be congresswomen, they had all these dreams and aspirations. That's not to say any generation is without its problems and issues, because we've talked about how every generation has dropped the ball and no one was exempt. But you don't have to be a genius to see that these are some of the most ratchet fucking children ever. And it's because they're being raised by strippers, club hoppers, ass shakers, and everybody wanting to be hot girls having the hot girl summers. And that includes the grandmothers. The grandmothers now out there in their cricket ass wigs. Everybody's just shaking their asses. Nobody wants to act their age. Nobody wants to parent. And it's obvious that this is how these little girls are turning out. And I told DZ a couple weeks ago that the irony in all of this is that they've removed the sex education from the schools completely. And as someone who is literally trained in sexual health counseling, testing, prevention, education, and promotion, I literally cannot walk into a school and start talking to kids about sex. We can't teach them about safer sex practices. We can't hand out condoms. We can't even mention the word sex because they claim it gives the children a pass to actually start having sex. So they would rather just not prepare them for anything at all. But then they turn around and allow these raggedy ass bitches to go up in these schools throwing up gang signs and speaking to children. And everybody is talking about, oh, my pussy pink and my booty hole is brown. But I can't tell you how to protect that pink pussy and that brown booty hole. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. See, there's something really wrong with that. And we're crazy and extreme for talking about it. I think the fuck not. See, y'all don't give a fuck that these kids are learning about sex the right way. Y'all just want bitches online showing them how to fuck raw and ending up pregnant and still twerking. But y'all around here talking shit about Keisha who lives up the block and how she was the neighborhood hoe. But y'all are preaching to us about shaming when y'all were kicking Jasmine and Quita out of your churches and asking them to step down out of the choir or telling them they couldn't teach Bible study anymore for showing up to the church pregnant without marriage, saying she was setting a bad example for the children in the congregation. And see, this is why I say there is something seriously wrong here, and black people are too damn dumb to know what it is. And y'all will have made it so that no one wants to see you or your children coming. And I suppose you're already there. You just don't seem to know that yet.
Hmm. They don't want you to hand out condoms and give sex ed, but they'll let the kids sit there and be read a story by a big dick bitch. Huh? Snapple, you got anything?
Yes, excellent point. I thought I had the same thought about, I don't even know what we allowed to say pertaining to that, but what you just said, absolutely. Yeah, the kids, protect the kids. Anyway, I did have a thought. That girl was mad beautiful. She was so fucking pretty and gorgeous. So unfortunately, mammy assholes ain't gonna hear her though. They gonna be too obsessed with her being a so-called preference, and they're not gonna hear what she's saying. But she spoke all facts,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
She
And
she looked like she was brown skinned to me. Golly.
well, she was just too. She's just so beautiful. She was
She
so
is.
pretty,
She
and
is.
disgruntled ass mammies cannot stand to hear from somebody that's beautiful and gorgeous. So yeah, but
Mm.
yeah, I feel bad for her too. And like somebody else said, she might need to go on and get on up out of there and say fuck them kids.
Let me
I
address
don't.
this real quick. Let me address this real quick. Let me make sure that I'm not reading that incorrectly or taking it out of context, right? What is that? Semelo? Is that how you say that? Cursing is vile? If I got this wrong, let me know. Fuck, shit, bitch, dick, pussy, damn, ass. I hope that comment wasn't directed towards this panel because you're going to have to click off, boo. It's a lot of cussing going on out here. But you know what? I know one thing that's vile. Babies twerking, right? Y'all catching all of these STIs when you don't got to. That's vile, right? Scamming the system, spending all your money on bullshit and begging. That's vile, right? So I hope I cover all the cuss words. Do I need to repeat those? Fuck, shit, bitch, damn, pussy, dick. Now you let me know if I missed any. All right. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you.
Cursing is only vile when we do it, but these motherfuckers can sit up and rap all kind of dirty, nasty, filthy ass rap songs with saying some of the same shit that we're saying. They scream that shit at the top of their lungs and they somewhere shaking their ass to that. But we can't say a cuss word. That's why I said kiss my ass, because they got they picks and chooses about when their ears want to be pure and virginal. But when you sitting up listening to all these being called all these bitches and hoes and thoughts and every damn thing else. And see, I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. Every time these bitches start goddamn twerking, I think I'm gonna provide the background or the soundtrack music for y'all as y'all hosts to start shaking them asses. Cause see, if we was up here rapping hoes with no clothes, showing love, shaking that ass in the
In the
club,
club,
that's what,
nigga,
nigga,
what?
what? That's what I'm saying. See, that was that bullshit. See, they gonna go get that man shit, be like, oh shit, and start sampling that man's song. I can guarantee you, it was several goddamn hoes like, oh shit, that's that Tila baby. That's what I'm talking. See, that's what I'm saying. See, they with shit like that, but we can't goddamn curse. We
Now you
can't
know
curse.
what?
We can't say nothing.
You know what else too,
Uh,
Aaliyah? You made this point before. We ain't the only channel that be around here cussing. It's a lot of other channels that be dropping f bombs and cussing and talking like how they said we ain't supposed to be talking. So it's like, don't watch if you don't fucking like it. We ain't on the clock, bitch. We are not at work.
DZ,
Yes, ma'am.
I have to say this one thing. I ran into all this mess 30 years ago. They burnt my ass out 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? When I walked away, oh, well, God, 40 years ago. When I walked away and everybody was saying, where you going? You think you're too good for us? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. When did it become a nonstop party? I,
I think it was around the Big Bang.
But but that's what I'm saying. Nobody wants to hear the truth. Nobody wants to hear what Aaliyah says. Nobody wants to hear what you say. Nobody wants to hear what I say, Kyra, Snapper, nobody. Nobody wants to hear that, but it's the very thing they need. Everything is about power.
Check
And
it.
what happened is you gave it up.
Yeah,
You
that's
gave
true.
it up.
Check out the screen, y'all. Check it out real quick, and then Kyra next. Check it. This y'all already know I'm an atheist. You already know that, okay? I got Christians that follow me, Muslims that follow me, all that, because everybody, everybody do their own thing. But check it. This woman called Transform Wife, she's clearly a Christian according to her. Also a teacher, okay? She couldn't even call on God to help her deal with your children. I don't know how many believers I got out there, but that's pretty deep. Your children are awful. And when people see your kids coming, all they can do is cringe and or leave, because you know what? You're going to accuse them of something. And even when they walk away, right? You're going to call that racism because they didn't want to be around your badass kids. Ladies, everybody's leaving. All of them are leaving. There is, in the middle of the year right now, y'all, six or seven hiring fairs for teachers here in Georgia, because they don't have enough, because a lot of them said they aren't coming back after Thanksgiving. So there's going to be hiring events here in Georgia because they said fuck this in the middle of the goddamn year, gave they notice and not coming back after they eat that turkey. Go ahead, Kyra.
I
Uh-oh.
God, come on. I got another one for y'all. Wait till you see my dick. Hey, bitch. Wait till you see my dick. Just wait till you see my dick. Hey, bitch. Wait till you see my dick. I got them for days. That was the shit that we grew up hearing. So why they think all of this shit is something new when it's not? See, that's the shit they going back remixing and shit. They'll be going back. I guarantee you, somebody gonna go remember that and go back and get that Tila song and be like, oh shit, hoes with no clothes showing love,
I'm telling
shaking
you.
their ass in the club. I promise you, they gonna be that. That's how they do. But see, it's wrong when we get up here and curse though. That's why I said miss
I
me
ain't studying
with
them
the
motherfuckers.
bullshit.
I really ain't studying them. I love cussing and I'm going to continue to do so. I have a bunch of masks I wear. I won't be cussing when my guests show up today, though. How about that part? Ladies, speaking of that song she was referring to with the whisper song, that's what it was called back in the day. You can tell how violent black men are because the way they talk about fucking you, right? It's always violence. I'm gonna beat that pussy up. Like bim, bim, bim. That's their culture, y'all. Violence, fucking bullshit, being broke and begging. Oh, and don't forget the victimization. How about that part?
And
Okay.
see, that's what I'm saying. That's some of the most degrading shit ever. And it's bad when, even growing up at that age. And I had one of my cousins check me when I was singing one of them songs, and he a guy and was like, and he said, let me ask you something. And I was young, a young version of me, and he was saying, you know, don't you find those songs demeaning at all? And me being that age, I'm starting defending why I'm singing these fucked up ass songs. And I had to stop and take a look at myself and realize, you know what? If they even some of them know that some of this shit these men saying fucked up, that should let you know right there that something ain't right with this shit. And I had to check myself in that moment and say, you know what? He right. But not that I can give him that many props because he was a shitty human being too. I'm just saying that it's bad when even they know that, and they've always known that
They
some of
have.
this shit they were saying was fucked up. And
And
see,
that's
going
why
back
they
to
say it though.
Mhm.
That's why they say it. You remember, black men don't like black women, so every chance they get to call you something, they're going to, whether it be music, just talking, or whatever. And guess what, y'all? Sometimes that turns the mammy on. Did you hear what I said? That's a
Yeah,
turn on for some of these whores.
but I wanted to go back to what the girl was saying, something else she said, because if you listen, you see that she flat out said that they're horrible mothers. So I guess we're not so extreme after all because we have more and more people speaking out on this bullshit. See, they don't think traditional teaching through using motivational techniques is fun anymore. See, we talked about this whole trap education bullshit. We talked about that behind the wall, and that's the only way to get and keep their attention now. They got to be rapping and shaking their asses, and they just don't realize that all they're doing is pushing people towards private schools again, where none of their children will be allowed to attend because the application process will be strict, the tuition will be high, and none of them will be allowed entry so that the other people's children who actually want to learn something can do so without thinking they're going to a party every day. And I really feel bad for her since she is so young. But if she thinks this is bad, she should imagine how the teachers feel who are forced to deal with them and their fucked up ass parents every day, all day. And the school districts are blaming them for everything that's wrong with someone else's children. See, she's just getting a small taste of it. But see,
Yeah,
she's gonna have to
like I
learn like
told
we
you
all.
in a message. Remember I told you she's doing something fun. That's ballet that she's doing. Imagine trying to teach these goddamn peanut head motherfuckers math. Ha! You got them fucked up. Math where? Who? This
Exactly. I mean,
ballet.
but she's just gonna have to learn, like we did, that trying to instill pride and character in these people is useless. They don't want it, they don't need it, they don't care about it, and they trying to dress this shit up as feminism and in women's empowerment or women having autonomy over their own bodies when that's a load of bullshit. Because you can fuck whomever you want, but why be such a attention horse that everyone has to see it and know about it, and then you scream, "Don't judge me, don't sexually objectify me," when anybody ever sees of you is your ass walking backwards. Because see, your ass is literally tooted up in every picture that you take, and all you do is shake your ass. And I'm failing to see how being known for ass shaking, fucking, and sucking is supposed to somehow be empowering. I'm trying to help me understand
I
what's
can help you right
empowering.
now. Let me help you right now. Anything to please that dirty ass nigga. I'm just telling you the truth. They know that those motherfuckers are hypersexual, so therefore they've transformed themselves into hypersexual beings for those motherfucking black men. That's it. That's the fuck all. Kyra, you got anything? Okay, so check it. Ladies, I've showed y'all article after article after article about teachers leaving. And this is why. And this is why you should also enjoy your goddamn money, right? Save how you're supposed to. Do not feel any guilt. Let them deal with the bed that they have made for themselves. They have made this bed for themselves, and they did it by choice, by not detaching themselves from a group of nothing ass motherfuckers. So, since you are into women's empowerment, I'm going to go ahead and let you empower yourself, make your own choices. You get to go up there, act a bloody fucking fool, but what you don't do is turn around and let me see the palm of your hand when it's time to feed them bastards that you made while you were making your choices. Now, do we have a deal on that? Okay, I don't care if you put them up there crying. Miss, my mommy said, I don't go talk to your mom. Okay, go talk to your mom. I'm not gonna cuss at you. Bring her over here because I got to cuss, but I'm not gonna cuss at you. You know, I hope things get better. Stay in school. That's all I got for you. I'm done opening my purse. Pull up, ladies. It's going down. Okay, no matter the relationship with that you have with this man who happens to be an anchor, whether you're his sister, his mother, his niece, right? His granddaughter, his wife, his girlfriend, side bitch. Black men do not like black women. I don't know why nobody has gone over this. This has happened close to 2 days ago. I see people doing sporadic and random ass lives when they feel like beefing and doing all types of shit that don't mean nothing, right? When breaking news comes in. As a matter of fact, this was breaking news, but nobody dusted off their microphone to talk about the fact that you are getting ready to experience some crazy ass shit with these broke ass people coming up. Let me know if y'all heard of this already, because ain't nobody covering it but the news. Let's go.
All right, let's take you back now to our team coverage of that killing spree across Memphis. Our team of reporters has been working all day trying to get new information about the victims and maybe most important. importantly, why this happened. Let's begin with Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson. He's in Parkway Village right now. Daniel, you've talked to a lot of people there, people who knew these women. Talk to us about what you've learned. And I think, as we said off the top, maybe the most important question here is why? What was the motive?
Hey, Daryl, good evening to you. I tell you, from friends to family members to neighbors, all those people that I spoke with, I got the notion that it really hasn't sunk in for them. It's hard to get your head around this many people murdered. Police say at the hands of one man. And as if that is not bad enough, it appears that the alleged shooter and all of the people killed, the person who was in the hospital tonight, they were all related. It's really all too much to comprehend. The pieces of a disturbing, heartbreaking puzzle are starting to come together. At the center of it, police say, is this man who they are calling the shooter, 52-year-old Mavis Christian. Police say he shot 5 people in his family, killing 4 of them. They say he shot and killed his sister, Ruby Christian, Ruby's daughter, Kamaria Christian, and Kamaria's daughter, Tori Christian. Investigators say he also shot another one of Kamaria's daughters, a 15-year-old who is now in stable condition. Officers say Christian also shot and killed his ex-wife, who family members identify as Tawanda Barron. Sunday, we went to the second shooting scene on Warrington Road in Parkway Village. According to property records, it's owned by Ruby Christian, the suspect's sister, again, one of the 4 victims who police say Christian shot and killed.
Listen, pull up. I need y'all to pull up. Did y'all see those women? Let me pause it correctly.
Suspect's sister, again, one of the 4.
Yeah, the sister, the wife, the granddaughter, the niece, right? It doesn't matter what your relationship is with these motherfuckers. They are going to fuck you up if they feel so inclined. Okay? So, mammies, listen. Miss me with the bullshit about your brother being good. I'm sure this dearly departed Ruby would have told you that she didn't think her brother would do something like that. That's what you sound like. But Ruby's not here to speak for herself, so I won't speak for her. Okay? There's a lot of women around him that aren't here anymore. One dude. Ladies, if you have a crazy ass acting brother that's awful to his girlfriends, make no mistake about it. You could be one of those as well. That's getting beat the fuck up, that's being body slammed, that's being taken advantage of financially, so on and so forth. Verbal abuse at least. Okay? This is a hot ass mess. I'm gonna do 30 more seconds, but I want y'all to look at those women because this is the deal. Ladies, the rest of this month and all of December, you're going to see shit like this. Okay? I'm looking for the I care about Black women and girls crowd. Okay? Care comes in a whole bunch of ways. The way I talk at these women, that's what they understand. I'm not here to massage toes. I'm not here to do pedicures. I don't do back rubs and I don't do windows. I'm going to tell you the truth. Ladies, they don't like you. Whether you believe that shit or not, they don't. Let's go.
4 victims who police say Christian shot and killed.
Very, very nice lady. Couldn't ask for a better neighbor.
That's Tandy Biesinger talking about her friend and neighbor of many years, Ruby Christian. Biesinger, for now, has Ruby's dog, Money, who she says was inside the home when paramedics arrived.
That's when they circled around and came back up to Ruby's driveway there to her residence. And that's when I took off on foot running. I met the daughter. She was inside the house. No police were even on the scene yet. And I'm not quite sure. I know her daughter thought that her mother had slipped and fell, which was not the case. But we did not know that, it was gunshot wound.
Biesinger says she had not met her neighbor's brother, the alleged shooter.
The only thing I'm aware of is there was some family situations going on that left some ties, I think, due to their mother passing.
She says Ruby Christian had only briefly mentioned her brother.
She had made comments.
You want to know why she briefly mentioned him? Because he's a piece of shit. That's why. That's why that she briefly mentioned his raggedy motherfucking ass. That's why. Okay? I think a lot of you mammies know that your brother ain't worth a fuck, but you're trying to pawn him off on other people so that you don't have to be that bitch, right? I'm here to tell you, you can keep your brothers. All right. You can keep your sons too. Okay. Because you are of the belief that you can't produce a monster. Well, the fact of the matter is you can and you do and you have and you will continue to. I know this. Okay. Ladies, I want you to be safe. Okay. Dealing with them is not going to put you in the safest position. And why wouldn't you want to be in the safest position? Because you don't want to seem like some sort of bigot or seem like some sort of hyperbolic person. Well, I'll be that because I need my safety to be in fucking tact. I don't want any misunderstandings. I don't want you to think anything other than get the fuck away from me. And I mean expeditiously, bitch. Huh?
DZ, your girl Nee in the chat, she mentioned a good point. How often did these women of his family defend him when he was doing some fuck shit to another woman?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sure the ex-wife was 50 bags of bitches when they were in the middle of a divorce. Ladies, listen. With the ex-wife, let me fast forward this a little bit so I can put her on the screen so I can tell you what he did to her. When they were together, okay, he was beating her so badly that she passed the fuck out because he was like hitting her on both sides of her head. One of the kids came up with a bat to hit him with it to stop him from beating on their mom. Well, he took the bat from the child and began to bash her fucking head in with a bat. So essentially, the kid brought an additional weapon in order for her to go. You know, they were trying to protect the mom, but you got to remember who you're dealing with. You're dealing with a vicious beast around this bitch. So it's like, thank you, kiddo, for bringing me something else because the fist just wasn't as satisfying as this bat is fixing to be. Okay, and you are going to see so much of this in December. Okay. And you can come back and call me a psychic or oracle if you want to. December is a very stressful month in the Black community. Okay. January is lease renewals. And during the Christmas holiday, they want to celebrate. You know how they coddle their sons. So they spend rent money and that type of shit on their sons, knowing that they don't have it. Then turn around and ask the government or their friends and family to make up the difference so that their son can be up to 3 a.m. playing on PlayStation Live or whatever the fuck you call it, and then going to school and going to sleep and cussing out the teacher. These are all facts. Huh?
And DZ, you made all these predictions and I don't see any tarot cards out.
You just got to know what you're dealing with. I know the Black community. Ladies, I don't know what you hear out here on these streets. I'm a Black woman and I grew up in the Black fucking community. And here's the deal. Ladies, it's not going to change. If you recognize patterns, you already know you could be an oracle as well. This is going to get worse, okay? There have been several arrests of domestic violence, right? In homeless shelters, in tent cities. Just because he's there and you got a baby by him and he's sticking it out does not mean that he won't whoop your ass in a tent, whoop your ass in a homeless shelter, whoop your ass at the McDonald's. Darling, December is going to be a spectacular month for DV for Black women. Just wait and see, okay? It is what it is. Anybody got anything? Because
Hey,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I remember last year we were talking about how there were so many crimes committed around Thanksgiving. So please let this story. This is fucking disgusting and awful. Like I'm just repulsed. But let it be a cautionary tale, ladies. Like, I know we keep saying it, but be mindful where you going to spend the holiday, who you're going to be around, because these things are ticking time bombs, and that grape gene activates at any given moment, and it could be at Thanksgiving around the table with the turkey, and you don't want to be collateral damage because you got guilted into showing up to some dry ass meal that you don't really need to be eating anyway.
I would rather y'all sit up and put what is it called? Banquet? Is that the frozen meal? I think it's called Banquet, that company. A banquet turkey. I'd rather y'all put one in the microwave. Seriously. Okay. Do not let loneliness and missing Blackistan get to you around the holidays. The holidays are going to pass. Okay. And there's a way to celebrate the holidays by celebrating yourself, right? You can pat yourself on the back come New Year's if you're able to stay away from toxic motherfuckers and you did that shit with a little bit of grace. That there's something to celebrate. Okay. And that's why I talk so much about getting off the attention whoring shit. Some people go back to see their family to flex on the improvements that they've made in their lives. You think those toxic motherfuckers are going to be proud of you for getting your degree? You think those toxic motherfuckers are going to be proud of you for doing anything to better your life? As a matter of fact, what they're going to do is talk behind your back. If you have toxic family members, after you get through flexing your degree, your new car, I just purchased a home or whatever, and they go, oh, that's nice. But when you take your plate to the car, that bitch came in here. She was just showing the fuck out. She been like that since she was a little girl, so on and so forth. That's how they talk about y'all. I've seen it. Their toxic people are never proud of you when you do better. So do better for yourself. Pull up.
Could you imagine what the coverage would be if this guy was white and did that shit?
Right.
I mean, because they swear up and down that black men don't do this type of shit, this white boy shit, right? According to them, because they never miss an opportunity, because essentially this was a mass shooting. Anytime you take out that many people at once, that's a mass shooting. And one of them happens to be a 13-year-old girl and his own blood sister. I mean, come on now. Like,
Aaliyah, this was a hate crime.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
yep.
exactly what it is, a hate crime.
It needs to be classified as such. But when black women had a chance to get black femicide declared a hate crime, they started talking about joblessness of black men, and that's why they fucking y'all up. Do you hear me?
But you know why it wouldn't be considered, they wouldn't want it to be labeled a hate crime, although I get why that would be a good title, thing to call it, because these women are black. And so the logic is that when you're talking about something that's black on black, now if he was white, it would be considered a hate crime. It's because he's a racist or white supremacist. But because he's black, oh, of course, black people can't be racist. So, of course, technically, it could be determined or called a hate crime.
Ladies, I want you to, again, I'm going to sound like a broken record. I want you to be safe. And I know good and well there's going to be a lot of women that don't heed the warning, just like they didn't heed the warning in 2021. And now they're stealing meat out of the grocery store. I want to tell y'all something. There's a huge difference between us, right? Or the so-called black community and them. Okay. When you have resources, you can make demands. Black women, you making demands on some silly shit about, keeping black men out of jail and all that shit there. You don't have the resources or enough resources to say who can live in your community. That's why you're dealing with the migrants or whatever, and they're taking the turkeys, they're taking the jobs, they're taking all the shit or whatever, filling up the hotels, sleeping in police stations, all that shit, all that stuff that y'all dealing with in y'all's communities in those housing project areas and all of that shit. When you have resources, though, hear me, baby, you can say who the fuck is coming in your community. Now, y'all just saw black women fighting over turkeys, saying that this is an issue and everybody's frustrated and they get this and we get this and somebody need to do something. The city council need to do this, all this bullshit. I want you to take a peek out the window real quick of what it looks like when you have resources and you say, no, they cannot be here. Let's go, y'all.
Late this afternoon, migrants started arriving at St. John Villa Academy just as a judge ruled the city could not use the old school as a shelter. About 30 migrants are now refusing to leave, left in limbo with nowhere else to go as the city appeals the judge's decision.
About 20 other migrants who arrived this afternoon decided to leave the shelter on their own after they were heckled by protesters outside of the school. They said that they did not feel safe. Eyewitness News reporter Jim Dolan is live on Staten Island with the very latest. Jim.
Liz, the people of Staten Island said no today, and they meant it. The mayor planned to house migrants from the southern border at this former grade school in a fully residential neighborhood with 4 other schools filled with children nearby. The city brought the migrants in, and they were greeted by their new neighbors.
You're welcome. Migrant crisis came to Staten Island today as dozens of recent immigrants were bused to a former Catholic school here for housing. Residents were furious.
Oh! Where's the children? You're not welcome!
We have an all-girls Catholic high school literally 50 feet from this facility.
Did Brad just protect the little girls in his community? Did he? Because that's not what Tyrone does for you. He sent you up there to get a free turkey while he waited at home in that filthy ass fucking apartment that's also paid for by the government. Did you just see him say there's little girls here and I don't want them motherfuckers around my little girls? Keep going.
If your 16-year-old daughter attended this school, would you want a migrant shelter right across the street?
Come down here and see this neighborhood and what's here and how the children are so close to it. We're not going to stand for it. I'm very sorry. We're not going to do it. I fought before for Hill and I'll fight now for Hill. And I'm not moving from this spot till this is closed. That is it.
Not having control at the border is insanity.
Public officials from the borough held a news conference at the site and promised a lawsuit to prevent the school from being used as a shelter. And by early afternoon, they appear to have won.
They won. You want to know why? They buy their own shit. Their men protect their communities and their children. Yup, white men do crimes too, but guess the fuck what, bitch? They do more of this. Protecting their daughters, protecting their community. Guess what? They know the judge, and the judge said, my bad, get them out of there. The residents over there on Staten Island said no. You can't do that. What you have to do is go up in that little cafeteria area and sit next to, and eat your free dinner with them, because you can't do this when you are in need. When you don't have resources, your voice only goes so far. Nobody wants to hear from a broke bum ass bitch. They don't. And that includes myself. That's why I don't give a fuck what people are saying about me. I don't care what a bum bitch has to say. Pull up, okay? That's a huge difference. It's in the same state that you saw those people whining about those free turkeys being gone. Same state, right up the goddamn road. Huge difference. Ladies, you need to divest. You need to own some shit. You need to have a savings account. You need to have some real estate. That way you get a voice. I don't want that. I pay tax dollars. You're not getting ready to sit up here, put my children in danger, and lower my goddamn property value. And guess what? They won. You won't see this type of W's in the Black community because everybody else has to feed the Black community. Ladies, stop tethering yourself to these people. Stop it. Okay? Any words on this? I thought this was impressive as fuck. Hey. Jay.
I'm still stuck on the part where you said you don't care about what a bum bitch got to say about you. I want to echo that. That goes double for me. Oh, absolutely. Because they never miss an opportunity to shade one of us. And I don't give a fuck. Because I had to come up tonight, even though I'm not feeling my best, because I know we won't be back for a while. I'm sure you're going to close the show with more on that. But I just had to get that out tonight, too. I don't give a fuck. Not one single solitary fuck. Just know that.
You ladies got to know you're better than this, okay? Just like you saw on this clip right here, getting injunctions. No, we're not using that building. Absolutely not. It's empty. It's an old defunct school. But no, you can't put them in there. I don't want them around my kids. Okay, that's the tax base speaking. You and your community are sucking on the tax base instead of adding to it. That's why your vote is like, they'll come pander to you just to have the numbers. But once shit gets installed, they forget all about you. They forget all about you because you only voted so you can get some free shit. And that's no way. That's bum bitch behavior. Wanting to just vote for somebody to get some free shit. Huh? I can't, y'all. I cannot. Anyway, let me check the back. Ebony. Oh, Kyra, Snapple. Y'all got anything before I check this back?
Two things. One, to circle back to two things that were said earlier, you're talking about, how you can get more Black women to listen. Maybe if you say it in the big nigga voice that they use in church, like how the preacher does, like, come on, that cadence. Yes.
No, I'm telling you, no, I got to wait for them to listen. We got the music, what it is, ho, or what's so. Can a nigga get in them good? See, that's the shit they like, man. Oh shit, y'all. Hey, that's the shit there. See that you get their attention like that. I promise you. Kyra, try that.
Don't forget, it must be your ass because it ain't your face. Yeah, try
Oh,
that
that too. I need a tip drill. Oh yeah. Oh shit, it must be your ass because it ain't your face. Oh shit.
Claire Barris, your device is not connected. I don't know why it's never connected, ma'am. I don't know. You gotta connect your device. Jay, are you Dusty? Y'all let me know if y'all hear him or her.
I'm here. How are you doing?
Sounds like a dude.
I'm a dude. I'm just listening. Do you want me to talk? I can talk. If not, it's okay.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and put you in the back, right? Thanks for coming up though. I'm talking to Black women right now. So
Thank you.
have a beautiful Thanksgiving.
You too.
Peace. Ladies, check it. I'm not gonna be there to save you. I'm not. I can only tell you. It's going to be up to you whether you heed it. Dead ass serious. Okay. I'm done donating to GoFundMe's. I'm done cash apping bitches that contact me randomly with sob stories. Okay. I don't want to do a one-on-one with you on how to get it together with some Black adjacent person that you've picked. Pull up because I don't do dust, period. Okay. If you are not ready to make sure that your life is fucking amazing, then I can't do anything for you. Okay. We talk about a lot behind the wall. We truly do. And you need to get this goddamn tea. But ladies, it's going to be a clusterfuck of nonsense, to be honest with you. I don't want any part of it. Okay. And like I said, I don't want anything bad to happen to any of you. But how can I have, where does the sympathy come from when you knew? Okay. You know better. Stop becoming roommates with mammies as well. I've talked to several women who have been stuck because they mammy ass for homegirl that was also their roommate moved out on them. No fucking notification, no nothing. In order to keep her credit together, their credit together, she's paying the whole rent now. Can't afford it, but having to pay it. Lights getting cut off and that type of stuff. If you're addicted to struggle, you keep going right the fuck ahead, doing what you're doing. Go right ahead. But I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'd rather, I can't say what I'd rather do up here, but I'd rather. I'm not doing that shit. Okay. So I wanted to put that out there, y'all. All right. Anything before I move the fuck on? Yes, no, maybe so. Because I got one more thing I want to go over. And that's what I see with you and your brother, right? You saw the previous story that we looked at. Ma'am, what do you mean he's not going to be painted as a monster? He unalived somebody. He is a monster. And he was in jail with a monster. And you showed up for him. That by default makes you a monster as well. In my humble motherfucking opinion. Let's do this.
A torn piece of crime scene tape remains outside the Criminal Justice Center, possibly left over after an attack inside the courthouse days earlier. Before Donnie Clay was brought into Judge Sheila Bruce Winfrow's courtroom, you could hear him coming as he was heavily shackled, hands cuffed behind his back, while flanked by nearly half a dozen law enforcement officers.
He's not going to be painted to be no animal like that.
The 21-year-old, who was already in lockup, is facing new charges connected to a deadly attack last week.
Did you hear her? Did you see her? Did you hear what she said? This man stuck a knife in someone's neck, and she said you're not going to paint her brother as a monster. Do you see why they're dangerous? I wouldn't be in the same room with this bitch. Period. Okay?
Was already in lockup, is facing new charges connected to a deadly attack last week. Clay is accused of using a makeshift knife to stab fellow inmate Dion Bird. The deadly attack happened in a holding area outside the courtroom. According to a police affidavit, Bird accused Clay of breaking into his home before spitting in Clay's face. Police say that is when Clay stabbed Bird in the neck. But Clay's sisters, who were in court Monday,
look at these big back cheap. Look at them. Look at them. Won't show up for your baby shower. Won't show up for your housewarming. Won't show up to even put a like on your post. But after their brother stabbed somebody in the neck, they big backed it at the courthouse to protect him. You can't make this shit up. Huh? Look at this shit. I'm talking about the dollar rack motherfucking wig. Okay? That shit probably made out. I can't. Let's go.
Insists there's more to the story, adding 2 families have been wronged.
They was neglecting them inmates, and like I hate that for her, because if it wouldn't have been her son, it was gonna be my brother. Like, and that's not right. Like, period. 201 need to take the fall for that.
Clay was already arrested on other charges, including attempted carjacking, but is now facing a charge for first-degree murder.
Look on his face when the judge told him that he could possibly get the death penalty. He do not deserve it.
The judge reminding Clay he's facing serious charges, which could result in serious time in lockup if found guilty. It's for that reason his 3 older sisters are doing what they can to ensure he has the best defense. The 21-year-old has been ordered back to court next week. Reporting in downtown Memphis, Jarita Patterson, WREG, News Channel 3.
He was already in there for violent shit, and she said they don't deserve that. Okay? But when they see you getting essayed, punched in the face, they want to know what you said and did, because you possibly deserve that shit. Ladies, black male identified women, whether it be their brother, their father, or who the fuck ever, you better stay your ass away from them. She came up to take up for a unaliver, her and her other 2 sisters. Okay, these are the type of bitches, ladies, that will help men hide your body if they unalive you. Did you hear what I said? It starts with them helping you look for your purse or your wallet after you stole it. Yeah, those type of bitches. That's what you get from out of that community. Nothing matters but niggas to them. Okay, that's it. That's the fuck all. All right, Claire Bears, it looks like your mic is connected now. Come on up.
I'm sorry, DZ. I don't have anything. I just clicked whatever link in Patreon to get me to the live.
Oh, okay. Well, when it says StreamYards, it's going to bring you to StreamYards, right? So that's for people that want to talk. The YouTube link, girl, the YouTube link is for just being in the chat. Since you brought your pretty ass up here, do you have anything to say?
No, I'm good. There's just a lot of mammy fuckery going on. I can't deal.
Well, nobody can deal. Also, thank you for coming up, Claire Bears. I'm gonna go ahead and remove you, okay? Enjoy the show. But yeah, check it, y'all. It's some more shit coming down the pike, and I need y'all to be ready for that shit. We're going back to mass incarceration here pretty fucking soon. So if you still got your foot or your pinky toe up in Blackistan, some nigga that you love on, whoever he is, he's going to be locked the fuck up. I told the ladies behind the wall, but by the time we get to 2026, there's going to be a lot of niggas off the street. So if y'all can weather the storm until then, ladies, they're not going to give up their country like this. I know it looks out of control right now, but for somebody that has been through the 90s, I'm telling you, laws are coming down the pike where that's not going to be allowed anymore. Right now, in most states, anything over $900 is a felony. Well, they're going to be dropping that down in some states to $250. That's on the table. Okay, so a lot of motherfuckers are going to be felons, including a lot of the mammies, because I'm seeing y'all getting involved in these smash and grabs, and all it takes with inflation for you to take 2 goddamn items without paying for it, and welcome to the world of being a fucking felon. Y'all better get your shit together. Okay, that's it. That's the fuck all. Anybody got anything on anything we said? Because I'm getting ready to change direction again.
DZ.
Hey.
I haven't recovered from big back at the courthouse. It's the big backs for me, but like the girl, what was that? The sister, she was mammy at hard. Like, goddamn, like it's like, is she even human? Like, she like a fucking like a robot or something. Like, girl, snap out of it. Like, go leave. I don't understand why when mammy's family members go up the creek, up to the jailhouse, just live your. Is it that hard to just live your life and let them rot in there? Don't do commissary. Don't go visit. Don't write no letters. They made their choice. Leave them in there to fend for themselves. Like, I don't understand that at all. I'm just like, oh my gosh, she down there so invested and like, ew, I just cannot relate.
Y'all
But
already go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just have a question. Has anyone considered that this might have been one of those couple breakups gone wrong? Because, they were in jail, right? So who knows? They might have been fucking, had a little couple thing going up, and then they had a breakup, and then, this is the result.
Y'all, have y'all ever noticed? Y'all talk about reciprocity on some platforms, right? Y'all already know black men are color struck as fuck in that community. So why is it I should never, ever, ever witness a brown or dark skinned girl taken up for a black man? You know what reciprocity is. Black men already told you what their preferences are. Oh, I hate that word, preferences. I said it a billion times, but I hate that word. Okay. Do you think that they're going to somehow pivot and start liking you? No, you're going to be in that same spot that you've always been in, and it's called muling. You're being used. I should never see certain black women with a certain aesthetic online fighting for anybody. When I say online, I'm talking about protesting at courthouses and all this type of shit. Y'all should be the ones home chilling hard as fuck. Okay.
I definitely get why you say you hate the word. At first, I didn't understand it, but the more and more I listen, I get why you hate that word. Because just like with everything else in Blackistan, it has been used and abused, and now it needs to be discarded. I hope that's something we can also leave in 2023, right along with submission and accountability and several other fucking words that they have ran into the ground, and they overuse it all the time, and they don't know exactly what the fuck it means. Because who gives a fuck what they prefer? Let's start there.
Aaliyah, I want to add the word hypergamy to that list of things to leave
Oh,
in
yes.
2023.
That, yes.
Y'all, it's just is what it is. Nobody that has nothing to add to society has the right to prefer anything. Okay. So you being concerned with their preferences, I'll tell you, y'all don't understand what black men prefer. They prefer to be taken care of. They prefer to run through all of y'all left, right, and center. Right? They prefer to leave y'all baby mamas. It doesn't matter what the bitch looks like. It just take the so-called preferences longer to become that. But at the end of the day, when me and my husband went shopping last night, I seen a whole lot of Beckys with beige babies in that store by themselves, had their app open. You know what app they had open while they were shopping? Their motherfucking calculator. Why? Because you got to budget when you got to take care of these niggas' babies, right? No matter what the bitch looks like, okay? A basket full of store brand shit. I'm talking about anything Kroger made, the bitch had it. Nothing name brand, nothing nutritional. There was potatoes, candy yams, all types of shit stacked up to the ceiling. Bell peppers, onions, all that. Everything was processed, cheap, store brand bullshit. And everybody in that situation that was at the Kroger that I went to last night had one thing in common. They had sat down, laid back, and fucked a black man. Pull up.
DZ, I wanted to add, so Tyrone, he also prefers bitches that are other men. Just putting that out there. You're talking about who they prefer. I'm saying we just got to keep it real. Like you've always said, down to the base. They prefer bitches with dicks.
They do. They do. We be dragging the shit out of them for sucking them dicks, y'all. Back in the y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. That shit that y'all seeing with them going down to the base, I want y'all to know that that's now the only thing different is it's more accepted. But make no mistake about it, it's always been their thing. They hid it more back in the day, but now you could lose your job or what the fuck ever by saying anything about it. The numbers, though, it hasn't changed. The society has changed. So now they're more comfortable telling you that they suck it to the base. Now, here's the deal. Here come the mammies trying to use Darwinism, I guess, to conform into what these niggas still want. So they came to you and told you that you are the problem if you don't also give a nigga a chance that also sucked it to the base. And they called you several phobics. But hey, that's what they do. Everything that these niggas want, they turn into that. Okay. They've turned polyamorous. more recently. They've done a lot of disgusting shit that I can't talk about up here per se, but they've always changed themselves to try to fit that target. But it's also a moving target, and I don't know why you're chasing a target put out there by a broke, bummy ass, nothing ass motherfucker. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. So back to the hunger, ladies. We have hit the end of the show, and I'm gonna tell you something. As always, you need to put yourself first. Um, they're cutting budgets. If y'all have anybody that relies on you that happens to be a succubus, you had better get rid of them. I want y'all to see the attitude of some of these women who, this lady I'm getting ready to show y'all, she said that she wants EBT into infinity, made a poem about it, y'all. Okay? These are some bummy ass, succubus ass bitches. And if you let them suck on you, they will do that. I thought this clip was disgusting. Okay? Let's get it.
Go off. Like, I read this with so much attitude because I felt it, like, because parents can't afford groceries in this dumbass country. Like, for real, what is up with the price of groceries today? Like, I go to the store and have 2 bags of groceries and they talking about $100 for what? So it just got me thinking, like, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna need the government to run us some EBT. Not for 1 month, not 2, not even 3. At this point, give it to us for all eternity. Because these prices is way too high. They need to cut it. And government, your ass need to fund it.
Okay. So taxpayers out there, if you have had a huge tax bill, such as myself, you took offense to that shit. What do you mean I need to feed you and your bastards forever? No, bitch, I want to see you starve. If that's your attitude, you can go ahead and starve. I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. Anybody got anything before we peel up out of here?
Yeah, before we get up out of here, I just want to say, if it was fuck you before, it's fuck you now. It'll be fuck you later too. Also, I just want to remind everybody we will not be here Friday. Actually, we won't be here for the remainder of November. I'll let
But
these
but
tell us about it.
yeah, but if some shit is going down, I will bring my ass back here because um things happen, ladies. I expect that some crazy shit is gonna happen. I plan on not coming back till the first week of December. But here's the deal: it's going to get worse. So if some crazy shit pop off, you will see me. You will. But you won't see me on Friday. I'm behind the wall with the ladies, and we're gonna have another cocktail hour for Friday after Thanksgiving. But I want y'all to be safe. Okay. Tentatively, I won't see y'all to December. But if some crazy shit pop off and I'm seeing y'all bodies stacked the fuck up before this month is out, I'm coming on here to yell through y'all fucking headphones again. Pull up. Pull
And
up.
I wanted to also make an addendum to that, DZ, just as a reminder for the BWE, covert mammies who love to stay hidden on you in the panel. DZ's office hours are Tuesday and Friday at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. DZ and therefore the panel, you won't see us outside of those times, so you can keep running your mouth. It's really irrelevant. I find it hilarious, actually.
Those ladies behind the wall just found out some crazy shit. There's an injustice that's happening, and y'all need to see my most recent video. It's back there on Patreon. I can't share it here because of copyright things, and there's some commentary in there that has a couple of hard R's and that type of stuff. But y'all are living in a world that's changing. You will never see 2019 again, ever. Okay, this is the new normal until the next change happens. Okay, I need y'all to remember that it's not going back, it's going forward. Where will you be going forward is my question. Peace out, y'all. Okay, love you. Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Bye.
Absolutely. StreamYards, don't try to hold me hostage, whore. Get up there and put my goddamn song up there, bitch. Fuck you waiting for?